So, in response to the first question, do I find it easy to let go? I think pretty much the consensus was no. It is difficult to be in the practice of letting go. How do we let go when we have so many obligations and challenges in our lives? Yet it's important that we continue to be open to change and transformation so that we continue to grow. It is very easy to hold on to what is familiar, but difficult to let go, so to receive new opportunities, to grow closer to God. And poverty that is lived with trust in God is the greatest freedom. Okay. And continuing to question 2. How can I live as one of the poor of Jesus? What does it mean for us to be poor? Our poverty tends to be an ideal rather than a lived reality. Poverty calls us not to become so attached to material things that we neglect our need for God. What we have been given in life is to be used in service to others. And then some around the table reflected about some of the challenges in their local areas, about the gap between religious and the poor that they serve, that gap is great, and that it is difficult to proclaim a message of poverty when the people do not see us living their poverty. And then question 3, does meditating on the Passion of Christ help me to live differently? Jesus was one with God, and yet he chose to live as poor as possible. It is this poverty modeled by Jesus that St. Paul of the Cross followed, and that ultimately transformed his life. The lived experience of Jesus and St. Paul of the Cross calls us to be in relationship with them through prayer and service. Through their guidance in our lives, they help us journey toward greater trust